Hey guys, Shellibix here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. But today isn't just a special, well, not special, it's just a normal episode of Final Fantasy VII, but I have with me...
Hey everyone, 8-Bit Citizen here.
Yes! We got the intro semi-right, that's better than me and Mank Ranger ever did. Well, after me screwing up the intro a bit, let's continue on. So, 8-Bit Citizen, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks Shellibix. Yourself?
I'm grand, absolutely grand, even better for almost being at the end of disc 1.
So close, so close.
My first time getting off this disc.
How long is it now? A year and a month?
A year and a month, yep. It's about time I finally got round to at least getting off disc 1. Anyway, for the record, a link to 8-Bit Citizen's channel will be down the link below, because he's awesome and he needs it.
Oh, why thank you very much.
Now, 8-Bit Citizen here actually has the advantage over me, because he's played through this bit all before, haven't you?
Yes, I've completed this game so many times.
Oh, then you can tell me what to do after this. Having a smoke at a place like this?
Dreadful.
You shouldn't be
Well, at least they
smoking in
haven't got
this
a
day
roof.
and age.
No, unless it's marijuana.
What?
Nothing.
Promoting drug abuse on my channel.
I never touched drugs in my life.
And neither should you viewers.
No. I say that with such confidence. No, don't ever take drugs.
It's bad for you. You end up like 8-Bit Citizen.
You will. I'm spaced out right now. I think Sephiroth's real. Spiritual power.
Sounds fruity.
It does indeed.
So what is spiritual energy anyway?
Well, you haven't played... Have you completed Disc 1 ever?
I think I have, but it's been so long ago I can't remember.
Okay, I won't say anything then, just because it spoils it.
Really, is it spoiled it that much?
Yeah, it's... Well, if for people who haven't played it as well, who are watching, it does spoil it, 'cause it's kind of... Where the energy is it's a real big twist, so I won't say anything.
Oh, I think I know what you mean, because I have seen a few Let's Plays of this. Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Or were you just asking me where my spiritual energy comes from?
The Welsh valleys, does it?
Oh yes, Evian, live young.
8-Bit Citizen is actually Welsh, although I can't really tell.
Or if I speak like this, but you can really tell I'm proper Welshie. Oh, it's a horrible accent, isn't it? Oh, it's dreadful.
It doesn't sound that bad.
Fucking does, but I hate it. I hate the Welsh accent. It makes me sound so dumb.
I don't know. It's hard for me to. But what does my accent sound like? I can't really tell at all. Everyone just said I sound posh. Is that true?
No. You don't
Oh,
say
thanks.
That, don't say that posh. But to be fair, I never leave Wales. I'm like a hermit. The only time I've ever left is to like go to an airport or actually saying that last year I went to Manchester and London Comic Con. That's the first time in my 24 years alive that I've ever ventured out of Wales to go somewhere else in the UK for some other reason.
I mean, I really do need to go to one of the Comic Cons.
I'm going to the one in May. You should go. It was awesome, to be fair.
Is that the Manchester Expo or the London one?
That's the London one. But only because the Manchester was over 1 day, but the London one was 3, which I loved. And like, I met Bill Paxton, he was there and stuff. And I'd say, oh, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I really do need to go to one of those someday.
But yeah, the London one is, I think it's not too far from where you live either, is it? So
No, it's about 2 hours away, I think. Not too far. How
on
far
a
away is
train?
it for you?
On a train, it's about 2 hours.
Oh, right, not too bad.
I wouldn't drive because, yeah, I'm a good driver, but not in London. I've seen the traffic in London.
Oh.
Oh, there's little Clyde running around.
For the record, guys, we've just given Sephiroth the black materia. I don't know why I'm running around as Baby Cloud.
Baby Clyde's creepy. He's like still got exactly the same hair.
I
Like
know.
it's the same length and everything. It's like, Jesus, get to a barber's.
I mean, think of the amount of hair gel he must use every day to get it like that.
It just defies all gravity.
I know. I mean, you could impale someone on a spike like that.
He doesn't need the Buster Sword. He just use his head. Oh, Sid's going crazy at the top. What are they doing? You did, Cloud.
What did I do? You screwed us all up, Cloud.
I always used to name Eris Ugly. But
What?
I used to just name her Ugly, right? And it just cracked me up because when she introduces herself, she's like, "Hi, I'm," but when she would say, "Hi, I'm Ugly," I just find it hilarious. So like for years, I would call her Ugly.
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, I would have done stuff like that, but my first game, well, my first Final Fantasy I ever played was Final Fantasy VIII, and it was annoying because you could only ever name Squall and Renoa in that game. Ooh, like,
Yeah.
Is that right, or am I?
Yeah, you can name them and the
GFs.
but it's annoying that you can only name those two.
I know. I don't see why we couldn't name Zell like Dickhead or something.
I hated Zell. You're so annoying. But his limit breaks was so good at the same time, so you were like, I hate you, but I have to have you in my team.
I know. The only problem is, right, his limit break is really powerful, but
It's Kate Seath.
oh, he's alive again. Well, there you go, guys. He didn't die. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the limit break is awesome, but it's really annoying when you get like the 10-second combos because you can be sat there. If you're really quick, it can take about 5 minutes to go through Zell's combo.
Yeah, it does annoy me. That in that way, I do like Tifa's limits better because at least you've only got the reels, and then she just goes through them all at once.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, he can do some serious damage in later levels though. When you get like 30 seconds to enter stuff,
Oh,
and you're just like, no, I'll be here for ages.
I don't know about you, but right, I'm sure a lot of people here will follow Necroscope86. I mean, I know you do, but
Oh yes.
I watched his Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play, well, both of them, and in each one he took Zell with him, and it used to get to the point where I had to skip through like 20 minutes of footage, mainly because he was going through Zell's limit break.
You're
And I was
skipping
like,
videos these times. It's like, oh, next video, he's just doing the Zell's limit.
and I was like, oh, come on, please.
I love it.
Although the limit breaks in Final Fantasy VIII did make the game ridiculously easy.
I think 8 itself is really easy. Like I said to you I was going to do Final Fantasy 9. I've done it without leveling up any character. I've done it level 1.
I've never seen one of those, but I'm intrigued how they work. I mean, of course, when I do it, I mean, I'll just grind out as max as possible, but go on, how do you do it?
9 is really, really hard because you have to run from every random encounter. Bosses don't give you experience, same as 8. In this one they do. I've never tried 7 just because I think 7 is the hardest one to do it on.
Yeah.
But I've done it on 8, I've not leveled up at all, and I've done it on 9, not leveling up at all. When you know how to do them, they are really, really easy. But it's finding how to do them. There's like FAQs on Games Facts that I followed. Like I wouldn't have done it otherwise. If I can follow something, it's easier.
I mean,
I wouldn't have thought to do it.
Yeah, I mean, but how do you do it? Are you just gonna like run away from every encounter until you get Diabolos's encounter none or something, or is that like?
On Final Fantasy VIII, what you do is you run away from. You can draw magic first of all, because the real way to do it on 8 makes it so easy is playing the card game and drawing the magic from the enemies. So on 8, all you literally do is get Quetzalcoatl. He has the card ability. When you get that, if you card enemies, you don't get experience for it, but you get the AP.
Okay.
So your GFs can learn abilities, but you don't level up. So what you do then is you wait till you get encounter none. That's obviously the easiest thing to do if you want to miss the battles. But when you get the card mod ability, when you're playing cards, you just play cards with everyone, and you can mod like tornadoes, and you can have such strong magic at the beginning of the game that the game is easy. There's a few parts where you've got to like when you go back to Balam Garden after the missiles have been launched, you have to fight enemies. I found the easiest thing to do there was mod the break magic and just use that on the enemies, because they're forced battles that you can't get away from, but they give you XP if you kill them. So literally break them, and they just turn to stone, and
All right, fair enough.
it makes it so much easier.
I mean, Final Fantasy VIII probably is my favourite game of all the series, especially on the PS1s, but I don't... something like that does sound easy, but I don't know, I can just probably never do it. I'll probably get so far, leave it for like a month or so, forget about it, come back, and then like end up accidentally getting to level 2 or something. No!
You with 8, they all start on like level 8 or 7, or they all start on different levels, so it's keeping them at the levels they start on. With 8, if you did it on 8, the thing that you will find is that it will increase your playtime by absolute shed loads, because you will spend the majority of your time playing cards. It wouldn't be practical to do 8. I think as a let's play of doing it as like base level. You could cut out the card scenes and stuff like that, but it's just so like I've spent like 30 to 40 hours just playing cards on disc 1. Like, because
I don't think I could ever do that.
It's a waste of time for starters trying to do it. 9 is much easier to do, because you just, well, it's you have to have Quina in your party, unfortunately.
Is that for like the limit break? Was it Limit Glove?
No, it is for Limit Glove for the bosses. However, it's also for, she got a fork that can petrify the enemies. But what's really annoying is that you have to like hit an enemy, and then when it doesn't petrify, you have to use a potion on it to like heal it in case she kills it. So you're like spending most of your money on buying potions. Luckily, the last time I did it, we went to the Chocobo Forest, and like one of the first things I picked up was 50,000 gil as one of the like deepest things from the Chocobo Forest. I was like, well, that's my potions bought for the next 4 discs.
I mean, one thing that really grinded me about Final Fantasy IX, although I really loved the story in it, was the steal rates. Oh, they were abysmal. I remember certain bosses, I was like, I literally spent hours using save states and speeding up and that, and I just literally could not steal a thing. I mean, the worst ones were like the fights with Beatrix. I mean, those annoyed me so much.
That's the only problem with the level 1 play, is that you have to steal most of the items from the bosses, because it's how you get better equipment quicker, and it allows you to do like the harder bosses faster. So, you know, we're trying to steal, especially from Beatrix, so it's either timed or you do so much damage to her. But other than that, it's just literally annoying trying to steal off every single boss.
Okay. Well, guys, in Final Fantasy VII at the moment, even though I've been completely ignoring the game, for what I hear, we have to head off to a place called the Sleeping Forest.
Oh.
God. What am I supposed to do? Pull out
such a girl.
Pull out of here?
Well, at least Tifa can't say she was pregnant now.
So go on, what is your favourite Final Fantasy game?
6.
Never played 6.
I've got one of my friends to play it. I have it for the PS1. However, he is a graphics whore. So because it looks like Pokemon for the Game Boy, obviously with a bit better graphics, it's a SNES, but it's the PS3. It's exactly the same, basically. He won't play it, and I'm like, it's got one of the best storylines. I mean, like, how many other Final Fantasies, you know, halfway through the game, the entire world gets destroyed, and you have to start with one character again.
Major spoiler there, guys. Sorry for that.
Yeah, if you've never played 6.
Although it's been out for about 20 years now, so...
Yeah, but it is... the first time I played it, I love all the older ones. like 4, 5, and 6 for the SNES.
I've never really played any of them, although a lot of them have been like remade in that for the DS, haven't
Yeah, I don't like the remakes for the DS
they?
because
Really? I think I thought they looked quite good. I mean, there's a PSP one
oh,
as well.
sorry, the DS. I'm thinking Game Boy Advance.
Ah,
The DS ones, yeah, they do look quite good. I think 4 was remade. I think with the
yeah.
night,
There was like the after and the prequel
the after
bit.
years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for PSP. Those ones I thought like. I think 5 and 6 were remade for the Game Boy Advance. That's just a way of a company cashing in on a game they've just already got lying round though, really, isn't it? So they don't need to do anything to it.
Although,
But
to be fair, I would like to see like a remake of, say, Final Fantasy VIII or something. But continue on as you were.
I agree with you there. I think out of the 3 of them, 7, 8, and 9, I think I would like to see a remake of 8.
I would definitely love. It's either 8 or 9 for me. I mean, I love both of them, but I just can't really choose between two.
The reason why I don't think 7 should be remade is because I think it's good. One, it's good enough as it is, but 2, the type of look at the angles of the game. Like, you've got a camera that's set here that will follow you when you move, but with 8 and 9, the camera, okay, not so much 9, but with 8, the camera's really behind you all times, like on the world map and stuff like that. Actually, I'm screwing up what I'm saying here because they are all the same. But you would have to remake it totally. It would be a total different game.
I mean,
and I think
go
8
on.
would benefit the most out of the 3 of them.
I mean, because when I first played it, I mean, the graphics just blew me away. Even though I'm not that big a fan of the graphics, I mean, going from,
7.
Yeah. Although I never played 7 as a kid, which, was annoying, but, compared to, like, other games I play, 8 was just a whole new level. But at the same time, I don't really want them to remake it, because I know they just, like, screw it up or something, because I don't know about you, but the latest one, what are we on now, like 13.3 or something, I was never really a fan of. Okay, sure, the graphics in that were amazing, but I hated the combat system and the way the camera followed you around in that.
The games these days, I think, they sacrifice gameplay for graphics.
That is definitely true, in my opinion.
And it's a shame, really, because I do find myself, and you can tell by Necroscope and things like that, the games that he plays are older games, majority of the time. But it's because they have got that replay value. Like, games these days, like, compare Resident Evil 6 to Resident Evil 2, hands down, anyone would go back to Resident Evil 2 all the time.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I mean, you are a massive fan of Resident Evil 2. For anyone who doesn't know that, I mean, isn't that your favourite Resident Evil?
It is. I can recite it for you word for word, where to go, what to do now. I've completed it so many times.
I mean, this is the man who claims he can do it in an hour and a half, was that?
I think my quickest time that I've done it in is about 1 hour and 27 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And that's not both scenarios, that's just the first scenario.
Yeah.
But I literally speed through it. I know where the zombies are. To challenge myself, I even bought the Resident Evil 2 for PC.
Alright.
You get Nightmare mode, which is like harder than normal mode, because normal mode is just easy. But you're talking now, it takes near enough. You can look up to 20 bullets to take one zombie down. So whereas before it's taking 5 or 6, now you're looking at the ammo that you find. One box is going to take one zombie. And I even played through it. I was like, oh, what? I was like, there's no challenge. I need to be challenged on this game.
I mean, I can't really compare myself to you because I've never played one of the Resident Evils. Well, actually, I did play a bit of Resident Evil 1, but that was on a stream. But anyway, sorry guys, but we kind of just talked throughout the whole of it. But I hope you enjoyed our small bit of our small talk. Anyway, I'm going to quickly stop the video here and we'll resume next time. But I've been Shellibix.
And I've been 8-Bit Citizen.
And I'll see you next time, and maybe 8-Bit Citizen will be here too. See you then.
See you.